professor at LG Institute of Engineering and Technology, Department of Instrumentation and Control. Our subject is Industrial Data Communication and Distributed Control System. Chapter 2, DCS Basic Packages and topic Local Control Units. So let's start today's session. We know that in DCS configurations have main two components. First, high-level operators interface and low-level operators interface. In high-level operators interface, video display, keyboard and peripheral devices are available and displays are also available. So next we see about low-level operators interface. So let's start. In DCS configuration, we know that first console for high-level operators interface, then supervisory computer interface package, PLC package, traffic detector, then dedicated loop controller, local control unit and multiplexer. So these are main component of distributed control system. In DCS configuration, local control unit you can see in this diagram. So local control unit is a main component of distributed control system. Local control units have many parts. See, first dedicated card controllers, then unit operations controller, local multiplexers, remote station, super communication and sub communication, power supplies, input output, controller file. So these are parts of local control units. So in DCS configuration, so in local control unit, the process input output signals are connected to local control units, which can be various level of cost and reliability. The most critical loops are usually placed in dedicated card controller. The rest of the control loop are placed in unit operations controller. So you know that here most critical loops are placed in dedicated card controller and rest of loops are placed in unit operations controller, and monitoring and alarm functions are connected to the local multiplexers, so shown in figure. So here you can see, so we can get data from plant computer. Plant computer connect with local host computer. Then this computer connect with computer interface with operators station, right? And both computers are connect with data highway. Then after data highway connect with another local highway. Okay, you can see. Then local highway connect with remote station, right? So you can see how to connect with data highway. So number 1, dedicated card controllers. So in dedicated card controller, the input output for the most critical control loops, the ones which should continue functioning even if the central processor or the data highway fail, should be connected to the dedicated card controllers, right? Here our control loops are connected with dedicated card controller. So if data highway fail and central processor fail, but our process is continuous because control loops are in dedicated card controller, which is shown in figure. So here our dedicated loop controller is connect with control unit. So this is our data highway. If our data highway fail or central processor fail, but in dedicated card controller, our process is running continue. Each DCS suppliers offer a variety of card controllers having from 1 to 4 analog outputs, 4 to 20 analog inputs, and 2 to 8 digital inputs and outputs. In dedicated card controller, the individual card controllers are usually connected to the data highway of DCS through a data concentrator. If the central processor of the DCS fail or if the data highway fail, only the communication link is lost to the card controller. The control loop itself continue functioning. Number 2, unit operations controllers. Another local control unit choice is the unit operations controller, UOC. A UOC is dedicated to a unit operations of the process such as a chemical reactor or a distillation column, and therefore all input output associated with the unit operation is connected to that UOC. So here unit operations controller, that is a part of the local control unit, right? And in unit operations controller, some input outputs are associated with this unit. So here you can see unit operations controller, right? Here some methods are available on top side, right? This is our screen and this is our keyboard, okay? So keyboard through we can change our set point process value, right? The unit operations controllers are often provided with the low level operators interface, that is an LLOI, to assist the operator with local display and to allow for operator access to set point and other adjustment parameters. So earlier I have discussed about it. Okay. So in unit operators controller, we can change set point, process value, and this is a one part of local control unit. And local control unit, that is also part of low level operators interface. Number 3, local multiplexers. In local multiplexer serve monitoring functions but not control functions. So in multiplexer we can see our process and we can monitoring it, but we can't control our functions. It transmits input output to and from the central processor. So multiplexer transmit input output from central processor. PID or other control functions are to be performed on this input output. Such activity has to be done in the central processor. Number 4, remote station. A remote based station is a common name for an amateur radio auxiliary station that is controlled and operated from a remote location. So here you can see in diagram number of radio stations are available, right, up to n numbers, and we can send data. We can send data to the master station and master station are connect with LAN network, local area network, right? So remote station through we can get information. So in today's session, I have discussed in local control units, first dedicated card controller, unit operations controller, local multiplexers and remote stations. Remaining topics we will discuss in next session. Thank you for watching video. If you have any query, then you can ask me.